Set for football now on a rainy Sunday afternoon. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And they'll go on the ground. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. We'll check on his status when we get back. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Ready, blue lady. Follow. Hey. Follow, okay? Where's that?
Now it's Brown. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Winston. Open man has got one. It's complete. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Ryan to the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Freeman. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. On 2nd down, Ryan. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Stevens. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down. Jameis now on 1st down. His throw incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Wait. Ready. Flash 22. Not. Hey. Let's go.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Green, triple C. Ready. Flash 25. Behind. Green, triple C. Let's go.
Now Winston. He's got Evans. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. First catch there for Evans, good enough for a first down. And that's the first connection, the number 1 overall pick in 2015, finding the number 7 pick in 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides, that makes him that much more dangerous.
Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught at the 8. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there at 22.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Ready. Blue ready.
Here's Winston. Buying time to his left. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And his kick is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. On second down, here's Ryan. Dancing to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Get up!
On third down, Devontae Freeman. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Now, the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
5-0. Hey, 5 on the 50.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick. Make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Hey, stop.
On third down, Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Falcons are in for 6. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second down, Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Winston now to throw on first down. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A very solid gain of 27.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after?
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bucs are able to strike for 6. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him, because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They go play action here on first down. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Ryan on first down. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
On first down, Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Tuesday. Go. Go.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth.
And Freeman lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Extra point attempt to follow here. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here now come the Falcons. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Now Ryan. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets them back for 2nd down. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Being chased out left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Space. We got three. 58, boys. 58, fight. Defense.
They go play action with Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, Tuesday. Let's go.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is
do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
54, south.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a 1st.
Tuesday.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Steps away to his left. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And they'll run him here. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Even.
And they'll go on the ground. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Winston. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Stevens. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play.
Let's go now.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Play action now. Winston. He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Falcons now. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. From the shotgun, Ryan. Forced out to his left. That is incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, gun.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Buccaneers have it. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Ready. Blue ready. 150.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. Jameis on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Bucs on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Jameis to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 48 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, ready? Back, 150.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Just keep bringing it. Stay in there. You got 4. You got 4. Ready? Back, here we go, even.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Here comes the boom. I see you, boy. I see you.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Let's go
The
now.
Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, South! Get
Now Ryan on second down. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And his throw is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey. Gun. Get up! Gun.
From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And this is taken in at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Detroit!
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Second and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman.
Hey, wait.
They'll come out in the pistol. On second down, here's Ryan. Buying time to feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Levante David able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that is incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
Gun. 22! Space. 22! Here we go!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons cut into that lead.
I'm not not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So out come the Bucs now. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know you're going to battle all the way, and you're always hoping for that ultimate miracle that something will happen, you'll pick up the ball and score, and you'll have a chance one more time and maybe on an onside kick, but not likely.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a little
skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Bucs, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.